Hello, welcome back to the Wild. My name is Beast. So today we're back with Kakenuke Seishun Sparking. I'm not gonna faff about too long again and just get into it. On that note, we killed time by chatting away about various stops in front of the station.
いやいや、よく来てくれたね。
Met up with the executive committee chairman at the shrine grounds, which would serve as the festival venue. The president was a seemingly stocky, good-natured older man who appeared to be a representative of the shrine's parishioner.
風見学園青春部です。よろしくお願いします。
何度聞いてもいいね。その子、あれだよ。おじさんも若いだ気分になっちゃうね。
In fact, he didn't immediately laugh when he heard Youth Collective, left a positive impression on me.
ありがとうございます。一緒に頑張らせていただけると嬉しいです。
それじゃあ早速具体的な話といこうか。君たちには雑務を請け負ってもらいたい。
望むところよ。じゃんじゃんお仕事ちょうだいおじさん。
元気がいいね。ありがたいね。差し当たっては、備品や景品などの買い出しと整理かな。予算組とリスト化はもうしてあるから、この表の通りに揃えるんだ。
保管場所はどちらになりますか？
君はこういった仕事に慣れてるんだね。
なんせ元ボランティア部の部長ですからね。
あ、なるほどなるほど。そりゃ経験豊富そうだ。だったら当日も備品搬入だけじゃなくて、
はい、前日の設営含めてお手伝いさせてください。
もうそこまでやってくれるか。いや、ありがたいな。何より熱意がいいよね。今年の祭りはいいものになりそうだ。
では前日までは備品を揃えるお手伝い、前日は設営のお手伝い、そして当日は
出店の食材やら景品やらの補充だね。
ゴミの回収なんかもやらせていただけますか？
おお、そりゃ助かるね。いや、本当に熱意満点だ。
Kashima really was incredible. She didn't just give punctual answers, she proactively gave suggestions and took charge. The conversation eventually came to an end and we divided up the work.
では、改めてよろしくお願いね。
はい、こちらこそよろしくお願いいたします。
いやー、本当に助かったよ。人手が足りなくてね、こと重ねてありがとう。
And to that response from the executive committee president.
こちらもお手伝いさせていただけてありがたいです。
Kashima replied and reciprocated with a bow of her own. Grateful. Questioned that, or rather internally tilted my head. Was this like when I was given more shifts at my part-time job? But unlike my job, we wouldn't be compensated for our work. And she was grateful. There was a feeling behind Kashima's answer that I lacked.
Kakenuke Seishun Sparking.
Next day, we started to help out about the festival grounds.
景品仕入れてきたっす。
おお、それじゃあ倉庫に頼むよ。
了解っす。てわけでもりもり運び入れるわよ。ええ、任せておいて。
うちの女子たちはパワフルだよな。
If anything, it feels like we should tell them to leave it to us, but
お兄ちゃんたちだけ作業するなんてずるいよ。ねえ、しおりちゃん。私は力仕事は
she already is suffering.
無理せず小さなものをお願いしますね。私と交換しましょう。鹿島先輩がそう言うなら。やるっすね、鹿島先輩。そんな重そうなの。
That is not working anymore. Too empty.
確かにね。見た目では箸より重いもの持てなさそうなのに。伊達にボランティアで鍛えてませんよ。なんて。
Like so, all of us carried the boxes of goods into the storeroom.
テントは6、ポール類はすべて揃っていて、音響周りもちゃんと動くみたいね。イエーイ。いい声ね、この通り。ありがとうございます。では PA 設備も問題なし。
Then, on a different day, we checked the furnishing to be used used the day of the event. Then, on yet another day...
次の土曜日はお祭りです。皆様、ぜひ連れ立ってお越しください。
We handed out flyers at the street corner.
声が小さいよ、しおりちゃん。そうっすよ。もっと大きな声出してアピールしないと。そう言われても、こういうのこそ小日向さんやカイドウ先輩が向いてるんですけどね。
Well, not much we can do on that front since they are out running errands.
代わりに私としおりちゃんが来られなかった日、備品チェックやってもらったんだしね。
And there's Shinji.
女性受けはいいんですけど、女性がチラシもらいに近寄ってきたら逃げるのが目に見えてるもんね。
As you can see, not everyone is able to participate in distributing flyers. Everyone had their hands full now that summer break was in full swing. As such, it was rare for all of our members to come together at once. Had we only managed that on the very first day? Suppose it wasn't an issue since everyone had let us know in advance rather than it being a case of people canceling last minute. Ah, that's right, Kashima's sorry. I'm afraid I won't be here tomorrow. Can't get out of my shift at work.
はい、わかりました。頑張ってくださいね。こちらのことはこちらでしっかりやっておきますので。
Kashima was the only one who agreed to be present every single day. Although I felt bad, I couldn't help but admire her. On the other hand, it was extremely helpful that she had taken over managing everyone else's attendance. So on that note, I had work today. Thank you for coming.
今日は少し気もそぞろだね、遠野くん。
I lost count of how many parties I had sent off for the day before the manager stopped me on my way back to the break
何
room.
か気になっているのかな？
No, I'm sorry for this to be this way during
い
work.
やいや問題ないよ。気はそぞろだけど仕事は完璧だからね。遠野くんを愛する僕だから見抜けたようなものさ。
確かに私には全然わかりませんでした。いつものチーフだなぁと。
Glad to hear that at least. But yeah, it definitely did weigh on my mind. Wonder if the youth collective would be alright today. I'm sure Kashima is there again today, so I'll imagine it'll be fine. I was concerned about Kashima since she never skipped a day. I'm sure she's sincerely yet zealously working her hardest as we speak. Could practically picture it. And that just made me even more concerned. I better get in touch with her when my shift ends.
おっと、またお客さんがいらしたね。それじゃあよろしく頼むよ、二人とも。
Please leave it to us, sir. Until then, I need to focus on work. I had to make sure to do my job perfectly since I had massively cut back on my shifts. Thank you for your hard work and men not first. Now then, once the work was over, I wasted no time messaging Kashima over Lin. Good work and sorry about today. I'm off work. How are things on your end? And send. Wasn't opposed to running over to help if she needed it. With that thought in mind, I waited for a reply before heading home when... Oh, Kashima promptly
お
responded.
疲れ様です。こちらも今さっき終わったところです。
Eh, let's see, then. Got it. I can make it tomorrow, so I'll see you then. Wait, change my mind before I sent my reply. If Kashima was finishing up her work for the day, then... Want to chat? I'll be waiting at the same place as last time. I retyped and sent the message. Over on her side. Ah!
びっくりしました。
Kashima showed up shortly after I'd settled in at our meeting spot.
まさか遠野くんの方から先に誘ってもらえるなんて。
Meaning you were gonna ask me the same thing?
はい。実は。
Really? Well, this works out perfectly then. For now, here, some to drink. It's no apology for not being able to make it today, though.
すみません。お気遣いを。
Kashima bowed her head and took the drink from me. The way she acted, it seemed like she would offer to pay, but Kashima seemed like she understood how I felt. As usual, Kashima spread out a handkerchief and sat beside me.
改めてお疲れ様です。
Right back at you. How did things go without me?
今日は参加人数少なかったです。でも前日までにしておかないといけない準備はだいぶ片付いてきました。
Really? Glad to hear that.
あとは少しだけ残っている作業をして会長さんに当日の心得を伺うくらいですね。
Guidelines for the day of the event. Festival's only 2 days away, huh? Oh, I made sure to get tomorrow and the day after off from work, so everything should be fine.
それは助かります。
More like you're there every single day. I feel guilty. Bowed my head. This was something I absolutely had to say to her today. Which was the whole reason that I had called her here out here today.
いえいえ、好きでやらせていただいていることですから。
Kashima waved her hand and smiled sweetly. Just that.
お手伝いさせてもらえるのは本当にありがたいですしね。
Ah. She said something similar before. She was grateful, huh?
それじゃあ飲み物いただ
It's
きます
gonna be a
ね。
case of like people back at her home literally don't let her do anything herself. They fucking do everything for her, so she's just grateful that she's allowed to do shit.
どうかしましたか？
No, nothing. This is a good opportunity. May as well ask about that. What does that mean? When you say you're grateful to be allowed to help. You said that at the start, but I don't really know what that means.
そんなに変でしょうか？
Oh, that's not that it's weird. How can I put it? It's like some idea or impression I don't have.
そうなんですか？
Yeah. Is that what it is? So like when I'm able to take lots of shifts at work, I'm grateful to being in relatively more income. Is it similar?
遠野くんらしいですね。その捉え方。
Was that wrong then?
はい。ちょっと違います。
I mean, true enough, it's not like helping with the festival pays anything.
でも、ある意味では、遠野くんの言うような感覚に近いのかもしれません。
A sense meaning?
機会をいただけてるわけですから。
An opportunity to help.
はい。ですから、お手伝いさせてもらえてありがたいっていうのは、そのままの意味ですよ。
Tipped back my bottle. Ruminated over her words, but it still didn't make much sense to me. It's alright. Still, that was all I could say.
はい。そうです。
She nodded and tipped back her own bottle. As soon as she did, hold on, this is a noise. What was that reaction about?
ごめんなさい。失礼しました。
Kashima turned bright red and wiped her mouth.
炭酸飲料だとは思ってなくて。
Do you not deal well with carbonated drinks?
はい。ごめんなさい。せっかく買っていただいたのに。
No, I'm the one who saw it. The thought never occurred to me. I have tea, so do you want this instead? What?
いえ。なんでも。
Oh no,
い
indirect
ただきます。
kiss. Sure? Kashima swapped my tea for a carbonated drink.
いただきます。
Yeah? He was drinking it rather deliberately. It's not like that one is carbonated. Put my mouth back onto my bottle as that thought crossed my mind. A refreshing carbonation fizzed its way down my throat. Guess this must be overstimulating if you're not used to it. Kashima used to be the type who rarely indulged in carbonated drinks. She did seem to have a rather sophisticated upbringing. That was when I suddenly noticed. Kashima had tasted this too, which meant that she had put her mouth on this very same bottle. And she was currently drinking from a bottle that I had put my mouth on earlier. Was this an indirect kiss?
やっぱり
Yeah!
私はお茶の方が合ってるみたいです。美味しいです。
I see. She wasn't self-conscious about that. She's fucking bright red, of course she is. Guess that makes me the oddball for worrying about it. Yeah, I'd imagine it was fairly common for friends to share drinks. I mean, yes it is, but at the same time, that's not really the case in visual novels a lot. That just meant Kashima let down her guard around me, or so I would assume. It would be a waste for me to get pointedly self-conscious about that. Such I decided to drink without letting it bug me. What is it?
いえ、何でも。あ、明日、明後日、改めてよろしくお願いしますね。
Right back at you. I'll make up for what I missed today.
今日の分はこの飲み物で十分に。
Talk about cheap. A whole day's worth of work for only 150 yen as a steal.
あ、いえ、そういうわけじゃなくて。
Just kidding. That does help though.
もう、遠野くん
Kashima turned beet red and held a fist over her head. Hey, was that something to get so angry over?
遠野くんが自分を安い男の人みたいに言うからです。
I'm kidding. It's just a joke, really.
許しません。
We proceeded to laugh it off, almost like we had been playing a prank on one another. We finished our drinks and parted ways. I had to put in a real effort starting tomorrow. Oh, hey, we're back here. Yes. Later that night, I spent the whole night hugging my pillow and rolling around in my room. After all.
関節キスしちゃいました。遠野くんと、しかも遠野くんから呼んでくれて。
What should I do? This was amazing! I was happy, I was so happy! My face was a fire just thinking about it. I couldn't help but roll around and scream. But...
遠野くんの方は普通でしたよね。意識してたのは私だけで、きっと遠野くんにとっては普通のことだったんですよね。友達と回し飲みみたいに。友達。
Made myself depressed with my own comment. But wait a second, Riri. There's no way Tona would do that with just anyone. That had to mean I was special to him. If only a little.
小日向さんとも普通にやる気がする。もちろん、りっちゃんとも。
It may not have been special to him, but as far as I was concerned. My heart pounded loudly as I put my finger on my lips. My lips where the aftertaste of that moment still lingered. That absolutely made me keep screaming and rolling around. Dad had to stay in this moment. Tomorrow I would start anew and treat him normally. Of course, I did hope I was on his mind a little, though.
今度は私が踏み込みたいけど。
I did believe I needed to do so in stages. It may have been indirect, but a kiss was too sudden.
そう、少しずつ。だから例えば。駆け抜け青春スパーキング。
I'm at this point just going to copy like some fucking aspect of the poem. I'm not actually going to do that every single time. 駆け抜け青春スパーキング。 I'm at this point just going to copy like some fucking aspect of the poem. I'm not actually going to do that every single time.
スパーキング。
I'm not actually going to do that every single time.
駆け抜け青春スパーキング。
I'm not actually going to do that every single time. Preparations the day before the festival went off without a hitch. On that note, once the day changed over, it would finally be time for the big event. Our youth collective gathered in front of the station like usual early in the morning. But... Beaky, you can't make it today.
ごめん。昨日かき氷10杯食べたのがまずかったのかも。
Are you a fucking moron?
お腹が。まずい。また生まれる。そういうわけで本当にごめんね。
Seriously. Nitsa was expected to be absent today as well, as she had her hands full with the supermarket once-a-month bargain sale. Which was fine, since she had to let us know in advance, but I couldn't believe Hibiki would be absent on the same day too. Kashima anyway. Kashima?
カイドウ先輩、急遽欠席だそうです。
Huh?
道場の方でどうしても外せない用事ができてしまったそうで。
Which means... Oh, hey, it's you, Shinji, hello?
悪い俺今日休む。
Hey, what's wrong?
父さんに今日は家の手伝いをしろって言命されて、祭りの客を見込んで気合い入れろって。すまない。
Shinji's family ran a bathhouse and his father was a strict old-fashioned man. If his father gave him orders, there was no way Shinji could sneak away. Got it, we'll do what we can on our end, so do your best.
ほんとすまない、親友よ。みんなにもよろしく言っておいてくれ。
Everyone else, that was easier said than done. Kashima Shinji is also going to be...
はい、わかりました。大丈夫です。こっちは任せておいてください。はい、では。
Oh boy. Kashima had apparently taken a phone call in the meantime, and... Kashima? Could it be?
柊さんも欠席です。何でも取引先がどうのと。
Hey, were we stuck with a 3-person system today? Just was about to shout that I got a message on Len.
自分今日は欠席ですいませんす。事情はちょっとあれなんすけど、とにかくすいません。遠野くんまさか。
Kashima?
はい。
Looks like we're gonna have to do our best on our own today. I had to imagine that each individual member probably thought I'm only one person. I'm sure they'll be fine. Who would have thought that would happen 6 different times? That left us with 2 out of 8, a fourth of our regular forces.
でも仕方ありませんよね。今日は残る私たちで一生懸命頑張りましょう。
Yeah, you're right. We couldn't afford to flee here either. If anything, that would spell trouble if we didn't at least cover for the 6 who couldn't make it. Let's do our best, Kashima.
はい、二人で。
Why do you sound kinda happy about it?
いえ、何でもありません。
Does she want things to be difficult? Was she a masochist? Couldn't help but think that.
とにかく今日はよろしくお願いします。
Yeah, I'm right back at you. She bowed her head in an overly serious fashion to me, and I nodded courteously in return. True enough, there was no time to be poking fun. Whatever he had to do was to be more serious than usual today. With that being the case, Kashima and I made our way to the venue of the shrine grounds.
今日は2人になっちゃったのかい。
はい、申し訳ありません。ですが、今日の我々の担当は足りなくなった備品の補充がメインです。2人でフル稼働しますので、どうかご安心ください。
鹿島さんがそう言うなら任せるけど、くれぐれも無理のないようにね。水分補給はしっかりと。はい、
ありがとうございます。
One of them is going to overwork themselves. The committee president was such a nice person to not blame us and to actually express concern for our well-being. We want to live up to such a person's trust. That was why the youth collective had to stand firm. Alright, Kashima, let's divide up the labor and get straight to work.
その前に私、着替えてきていいですか？た くさん汗をかきそうですし、動きやすい格好の方がいいでしょうから。
Oh, that didn't even occur to me.
ごめんなさい、自分ばっかり。
No, I'm fine with it, really. This is an important point for women. Particularly since Kashima was currently in a skirt. She could draw unwanted attention if she were to carry around cardboard boxes and whatnot dressed like that. For that matter, it just sounded difficult to do.
はい。そういうわけですみませんが、パパッと着替えてきますので、ちょっと待っててくださいね。
Kashima quickly returned wearing light clothes, namely t-shirt and shorts. Now it was time to get to work. The action committee would ensure this festival and its security made headway, so he primarily worked on inventory replenishment and garbage collection. Ooh, CG.
次は、遠野くん。
Sorry, had to. Could not stop myself. The crowd has really grown. I got garbage collection taken care of over here as first priority. Also, the children-sponsored water balloon fishing event is about to run out of
わ
supplies.
かりました。ではそちらは私が手配します。
Please do. I'm gonna deal with the garbage over there.
よろしくお願いします。
Unfortunately, we weren't able to work together. We rushed around the venue and occasionally bumped into each other long enough to check on the other's progress.
次は。
Every time Kashima got drinks from the committee president.
すみません。ありがとうございます。
Annoying.
Oh, これだけ汗かいてるんだから、水分補給は大事ですよ
Reminds
ね。
me, I did check my schedule today, and turns out because of the 2 holidays next week, I don't actually have a shift on Christmas Eve itself. Not Christmas shift on the eve of it would be fucking wrong anyways. It would be in the morning of the 24th. If I did have a shift, but I don't. I instead have a shift on Friday. Yeah, exactly. It's all for nothing if either of us pass out. Also, I made sure to get you some non-carbonated, so don't worry.
ありがとうございます。助かりました。そちらはどうですか？
I guess you could call things stable at the moment. Seems like a lull. There's supposed to be another rush of people, and I'm sure it'll get busy
じゃあ
again.
ますます今のうちに水分補給しておかないとですね。ではいただきます。どうしたんですか？
Oh, nothing! I think I, of all people, remember the indirect kiss from the other day. It was honestly pretty embarrassing how much I'd been thinking about it. However, I pushed those thoughts aside and gulped down the rest of my drink. Then I got right back to work. Just as she'd said, it felt like we'd reached the peak. The grounds were packed with people and it was hard work carrying supplies around. On top of that, the amount we had to restock increased, and Kashima and I were making non-stop round trips between the storehouse and venue. Oh, Kashima, you're working up a sweat. It's really gotten hot out here.
そういう遠野くんもすごい汗ですよ。
I'm used to working, but my regular workplace is air
でも
conditioned.
こういうのも気持ちいいですよね。
Yeah, you said it.
それじゃあ私、婦人会さんの在庫補充してきます。
I'm restocking ingredients at the takoyaki shop.
まだまだこれからですね。
Yes, let's give it all we've got. That trend continued for some time, with neither of us having the opportunity to stop and take a break. It was out of our hands, though. After all, we were at 1/4 our total manpower. The 2 of us had to cover 6 additional people's worth of work. So we wiped away our sweat and focused on the task at hand. I'd imagine Kashima was just as sweaty as I was at this point. Next time we ran into each other, I might have to give her a slightly extended break. Or so I thought to myself then.
お疲れ様です、遠野くん。
Yeah. Let out a bizarre exclamation. Oh, come on! I couldn't help it! Kazuma's t-shirt was so soaked with sweat it was see-through. I could even see that what silent color her bra was.
どうしたんですか
Tell her
変なトー
immediately.
ノくん。
Also, more Kashima seemed completely oblivious to it. Well, it wasn't quite a reason, but it just happened to. Her eyes were drawn to Kashima's chest. Man, they're huge. I mean, I could tell her chest was huge through her normal everyday attire. However, seeing her damp breasts through her see-through shirt like this, they seemed bigger and sexier than usual.
え服
Probably not gonna use this one, but still, you know, keep the fucking options open. She noticed. Kashima looked down at her chest and then instantly flared red. Then she crossed her arms over her breasts in a panic.
見ました
Sorry! My face went just as red. I was all late at this point, but I spun around on my heels in an exaggerated fashion and did nothing but apologize. I couldn't believe I wound up staring. Shouldn't have worn a white t-shirt. Sorry, really sorry!
こちらこそ申し訳ないです。お恥ずかしいところを。私ちょっと T シャツ着替えてきますね。
Right, you can take a quick break while you're at it. I mean until you stop sweating. Neither of us could look the other in the face. It was beyond embarrassing.
行ってきましょう。
Yeah! Kashima scurried away. That left me feeling... How could I put this? Like I had screwed up royally? Nah, it was more like an act of God. Anyway, she was flustered. I can't believe Kashima turned so bright red. Tried not to think about it, but Kashima really is a woman. It is sad that he only knows now, really. After what had happened, we could hardly face each other. We focused on our individual tasks. Maybe more accurately, I dove headfirst into work as if it would help me forget what had happened before. Soon enough, it was nearing the end of the festival. And then... Looks like we got through it today. Okay.
ですね。よかったです。
With all our work complete, we got changed out of our sweat-drenched clothes and met up. Actually, Kashima was the one to get changed. Anyway, good work, Kashima.
はい、お疲れ様でした。
Kashima refused to maintain direct eye contact with me. I was still a bit uneasy myself. Still, though, shouldn't I at least say something to her? Kashima, I really am truly sorry for before.
いえ、私こそ本当にごめんなさい。その
Actually, now that I think about it, I probably should have fucking... First off, that counts as a noise. Does this count? Nah, that's not. That's the main character. Nah, it's not a noise.
私ちょっと T シャツ着替えてきますね。
Technically a noise, but that sounds too much like bad. There we go. There's no way you would ever be unsightly. I blurted that out without thinking. Crap, it felt like I'd really put my foot in my mouth this time. Sorry, I just, you know. It would probably be a good idea for you to be more careful going forward, though.
はい、気をつけます。でも、その、どうのか。
What is it?
見苦しくなかったのなら、よかったです。
What did that mean? I was suddenly tongue-tied. Kashima blushed and hung her head as well. You saw I felt compelled to say something. Well, you know.
はい。
Guess you could say it's too tempting.
はい、そうですよね。はい、私たち、そういう年頃ですもんね。
More or less. It was embarrassing to have this conversation with a girl. I didn't really want to dwell on these sorts of topics too much, but Kashima's huge breasts are to blame. That random thought happened to pop into my head. My face was getting red about the second. Couldn't even get any words out anymore. It strongly imprinted upon me that Kashima was a member of the opposite sex.
いやいや、遠野くんに鹿島さん、お疲れ。
That was when the festival's executive committee president came over. Honestly, what a lifesaver. The way things were going, I wouldn't have known how to fill the time.
はい、お疲れ様です。
Good work! Our cheerful responses were in stark contrast to our earlier silence. With that, the president smiled widely at us.
二人とも今日はありがとね。本当に助かったよ。
お役に立てたならよかったです。
Kashima smiled happily and responded in kind. And that wasn't all.
こちらこそ手伝わせていただけてありがとうございました。
That she expressed her gratitude and bowed, like those were honest feelings from the bottom of her heart. Kashima had asked her before what she had meant, and Kashima had answered that it was the exact meaning it had sounded like. She really meant exactly what she said. Kashima's beaming smile made that fully clear to me. More like I fully, deeply understood that now. Kashima can work hard for other people. No, she's a woman who wants to work hard. There was no other reason she would thank him for letting her help. At the very least, I wouldn't be able to say that. I wouldn't be able to say that. She's incredible. I genuinely thought that. But at the same time, if helping others comes first to her, what about her own youth? That question suddenly occurred to me. We left the shrine and headed home together.
改めて今日はお疲れ様でした、遠野くん。
When we reached the station, Kashima said that and bowed her head to me. Yeah, good work, Kashima.
遠野くんどうかしたんですか?
Huh? Oh, nothing. I apparently had gotten that question from earlier out of my mind. Hadn't gotten the question from earlier out of my mind. I thought I was the kind of person who wouldn't let that show on my face. I haven't slacking off lately, but Kashima gotten sharper. Either way, I had no choice but to answer now that she had asked. Well, I thought it was kind of strange.
不思議ですか?
Yeah, Kashima, remember when what you said to the committee president earlier? You told him thank you for letting us help.
はい、言いましたけど。それもそのままの意味ですよ。
Yeah, I know that too. You said before that it came from the bottom of my heart. All the more reason I brought a question to my mind.
どんなですか? 聞かせてください。私、師匠の師匠ですから、答えられることなら。
What about your youth? You want to work hard for others. I know you feel that way from the bottom of your heart. I don't think that is credible, but knowing that's the case,
はい。
isn't that like setting your own youth aside? Kashima's eyes widened at my question. Where her gaze quickly narrowed and a bittersweet smile suddenly arose to her lips.
遠野くん。
Yeah?
そう考えるの、遠野くんらしいですね。大丈夫なのかって心配してくれてるんですよね。
Huh? How should I put it? Is that what it was? I wasn't entirely sure myself. I was just so oddly embarrassed that Kashima had taken it that way. And she responded to me by...
ありがとうございます。
As I expected to thank me and broke into a smile. The kind of smile that made my heart skip a beat for an instant. Her lips smiled so broadly.
では、お答えします。大丈夫ですよ。これが、私の青春ですから。
I gulped. A clear answer and radiant smile. To her, youth means working hard for others. There were people with that mindset. That was truly amazing, wasn't it?
ちょっと恥ずかしいですけど、そんな感じです。
Kashima smiled bashfully. Dazzling. My heart pounded and skipped another beat. Kashima was amazing. That was what I genuinely believed. Enough it permeated me. Maybe that was why. My heart won't stop racing. What was this? What in the world had I done? I felt so severely embarrassed. My eyes quickly darted away from Kashima's face.
遠野くん
I mean, I was the one who posed that question to her, so now I was just being rude. Although that was how I felt, I couldn't look at her. What was it? Seriously, what's wrong with me? No, that didn't matter right now. Anyway, I had to say something. I see! So by the way, I guess this means we've wrapped up one of our big plans. For I knew that, forced to change the subject.
そうですね。これで一段落ってところですね。
Kashima answered normally, but not particularly bothered. As that oddly reassured me, I can't help but wonder what we're going to do starting tomorrow.
あ、そうですよね。明日からの予定は特に決まってなかったですし。
Yeah, well, it wouldn't feel right to discuss that by ourselves, but how can I put it? Yeah, I thought maybe we could toss out some ideas we had in mind. Once the words came out, I let the momentum carry me. Through my nerves, that was the suggestion I made. Even I wonder if that was the sort of thing to say here. But it was better than falling silent.
そういうことでしたら。
Then, as one might expect, Kashima took my incoherent suggestion head on, and I found that oddly reassuring. However... Huh? Kashima? Why was her face getting red? Did I say something strange? I mean, I had, but it shouldn't have been anything that would have elicited that sort of response.
でしたら。
Yes, ma'am! I was overwhelmed by how vigorously Kashima suddenly whipped her head up that I couldn't help but give that overtly polite response. Kashima said to me,
うちに遊びに来ませんか
Pardon? She practically shouted that suggestion as she blushed right up to her ears.
駆け抜け青春スパーキング
Sparking. As surprised as I was, I had no reason to turn her down. I let the club members know that Kashima had made that suggestion over Lin.
乗ったわ行くお二人がそう言うなら
With these three free the following day, we stopped by Kashima's place.
昨日欠席しちゃった分もね取り返さないと鹿島先輩のお家初めてどんなお家の Google マップによるとそろそろ見えてくるはずですが
Yeah, straight ahead. Wait. Could that be it?
ものすっごい豪華なマンションうちと同じくらいの高層マンションね
Wait, hold on, what? Come figure, Riki's family were rich too. Lovely.
いらっしゃいませ皆さん
Her house was just as lavish on the inside as the outside. Not to mention...
こんなマンションの最上階2フロアが鹿島先輩のお家なんて
That. I know her family was well off, but it did exceed my expectations somewhat.
すごいこれは探検しがいがありそうね早速行くわよしおり小日向先輩がそう言うなら
Hibiki immediately began rushing around with Hiragi in tow. Kashima, are you okay with them doing that?
はい今は家族も出かけてますし大丈夫です響ちゃんのことだから勝手に冷蔵庫とかも開けちゃいそうだけど変なものは入ってないと思いますのでいやー何よこの冷蔵庫高そうなお肉の塊が入ってるじゃない案の定だったよ
Does she not know what restraint means?
まあこちらは大丈夫ですから
As long as you're okay with it, but... A luxurious desk and acrylic keychain inside a transparent glass case caught my eye. It was the limited crystal version of Kiranyan. Could this be the one I gave her as a present the other day? Not sure it was an elaborate display. Hey, Kashima, is that?
はいはっ
Kajima's face poofed a bright red.
遠野くんにもらえたのが嬉しくて大切に飾ってるだけで、それで
I see, you're taking good care of it.
それはもう大切にしています。
If it made her that happy, then it was worth giving it to her.
とりあえず遠野くんとりっちゃんはくつろいでください。私はお茶の用意でもしてきますので、一旦失礼しますね。
Kashima smiled bashfully and left the room.
へえ、それお兄ちゃんがあげたものなんだ。
I just happened to have it while I heard Kashima is collecting them.
へえ、そうなんだ。うん。にしてもすごいお部屋だね。うちとは大違いだね。
You said it. It's rude to look around too much, alright?
かもしれないけど、でもこれは見回しちゃうよ。こんな部屋で暮らしてるから鹿島先輩もあんなに品があるんだろうなとか。
Well, yeah, I could more or less understand that. If it was normal for her, then it explained why she laid out a handkerchief to sit at the bench. I got to see her refined boobs through her shirt yesterday. Those thoughts began to creep in, and I quickly shook them away. Not good, not good. This isn't what I should remember.
これが私の青春ですから。
That single thought, that sort of mindset was nothing short of foreign to me. That had come from being raised in such a large home. At least that's the feeling I got.
お茶が入ったわよ。入れたのは鹿島先輩ですけど。細かいことはいいの。ほら、ちゃんとケーキ付きよ。ケーキ！こういう用意がしてあるところもさすがって感じよね。ってわけで、いただきまーす。今度は部屋を鑑賞しながら。いただきまーす。響ちゃん、あのカーテン素敵だよね。いかにも高そうだしね。私としては本棚が気になります。希少な占星術に関する本が普通に並んでて、私の本棚は漫画ばっかりよ。
That makes so much sense. Yeah, it sounded about right for her.
ベッドもふかふかだし、本当お嬢様のお部屋だよね。憧れちゃうな。
Everyone excitedly scanned their surroundings, but... Why did Kashima look so restless? She shrunk and fidgeted whenever anyone reacted to something, almost like she felt bad. What's the matter, Kashima? Made sure none of the others who were absorbed in looking around the room overheard me. Quietly whispered into Kashima's ear. When I did, she bounced in place. She whispered back to me and shrunk up even smaller. Doesn't look like nothing to me.
そうですよね。師匠はお見通しですよね。
I had a feeling it was because I was looking straight at her rather than the room. Of course, it wasn't like I was going to tell her that. What in the world was wrong with me lately?
昨日は勢いで誘ってしまいましたけど、ちょっとこうなると落ち着かなくなってしまって。
Kashima shrunk up as she whispered that to me. Yeah, it is kind of unsettling, considering they're really gawking all over the place.
いえ、そうではなくて、なんと言いますか、私はたまたまこういう家に生まれただけなのにって。でも、やっぱり皆さんとは生まれ育ちが違うんだって。
You mean the more everyone gawked over Kashima's belongings, the more self-conscious she felt? I mean, yeah, I was sure that was unavoidable to some degree.
みんながみんなこういう家じゃないのは分かっています。それこそ恵まれない人たちがいることも。だから私はそんな人たちに奉仕しなくちゃってボランティア部を立ち上げたんです。
Really?
はい。
If that's the case, it was nothing short of commendable. Even though she was born to a wealthy family. No, because she was born to one, she felt she had to dedicate herself to others. It wasn't something just anyone could do. Kashima really was outstanding. Yes, almost dazzlingly so.
それも全部。って、ごめんなさい。変な話をしてしまって。
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. If anything, I was happy. Happy I was able to get to know Kashima better like this. In truth, my heart was pounding a little harder than normal. I wanted to learn more about Kashima.
で、何二人でひそひそ話してるのよ。
Well,
何私も混ぜなさいってば。
like I'm saying, everyone was going to be on edge if I told them how self-conscious Kashima had been feeling. That's probably why she only told me. Only me. No, never mind that. It wasn't the time for us to get a big head. For me to get a big head. It's not a big deal. We were just talking about our plans for tomorrow. Right, Kashima?
はい。
Seemed to have caught on that I was trying to divert the conversation and nodded several times in agreement. There was some that quickly conjured up. Beaky and the others seemed to have bought it.
ああ、確かに明日以降どうするかは決まってないわよね。ちょうどいいから今ここで話し合っちゃう？リツがそう言うなら。そうですね。今まで出ていてまだ消化していない案はたくさんありますし、私はこのまま他の部員の家を回りたいわね。で、ここで今まで出てなかった案が？なんかそういう流れじゃない？他の部員が普段どんな生活してるかも知りたいし。それはありますね。気になります。
Wait, our place? Pretty much normal, right? It's
うちに決まりなの？それじゃつまらないよ。じゃあじゃんけんで決めよう。いいわ、望むところよ。じゃあ鹿島さん抜きでじゃんけんね。しおりもゆうもそれでいいわね。はあ、まあ。
can't exactly reviews anymore given how this played out. Besides,
だから細かいことはいいの。ってわけで最初はグー、じゃんけんぽん。
as frustrating as it was, I couldn't help but play on reflex whenever someone shouted that out. Viki, Hiragi, and I all played scissors.
負けた。
Mitsu, who played paper, was the sole loser.
じゃあ明日はうちだね。他の誰かのお家に行きたかったよ。
More like, if we're playing rock, paper, scissors with this group of 4, it put us at a disadvantage with 50-50 odds of being picked.
あ、言われてみれば。でもじゃんけんって言い出したの私だった。
I guess you would say this blew up in your face.
まあ別にいいんだけどね。来られて困るようにはしてないし。それじゃ明日はこのりっちゃんの火事が行き届いた我が家、とくとご覧いただこう。そうこなくっちゃ。
You've already been over tons of times.
それとこれとは話が別よ。ね、しおり、鹿島さん。小日向先輩がそう言うなら、そういうことで。私は言ったことはありませんので、普通に楽しみです。冷蔵庫、勝手に開けたりしちゃダメよ。
Like you're the one to talk! Whatever the case, there you had it. Tomorrow would be At Home Visit Part 2, the Tono Household Chapter. Es ist Nacht, Senorita. Und ich liege auf dir. That's about to start again. That night, I was in my bedroom, hugging my pillow against my chest and rolling around. After all. 遠野くんがうちに来てくれて、私の部屋で私の話を聞いてくれて、それだけで幸せだったのに、まさか明日はお家にお邪魔できるなんて。やばい。昨日勇気出してよかった。 Yeah, still fucking safe that one. 今日の昼間はちょっと後ろめたい気分にもなっちゃいましたけど、でも明日はどんなお家なんだろう。どんな暮らししてるんだろう。遠野くん。
駆け抜け青春スパーキング。
And I'm gonna end here. I hope you guys enjoyed some Wednesday. Thanks. I've really just cut down on my fucking part lengths, huh? From this point, it's just an hour. Happens. Anyways, bye bye.